Well done, Nick.
We're inviting you today to join us in celebrating the power of our community to organise.
And now that the council has made a commitment that the library will remain a public asset and a library, this is a living testimony to the truth that collectively we can and do make a huge difference.
Come and join the Friends of North Kensington Library to celebrate a new phase in this historic building's life.
As one of the first public built libraries, this library has always represented the energy and commitment of communities, organising to secure their future through self-education.
However, in recent years, the commitment of councillors to this principle has been weakened by successive governments.
We all know it took the awful events of Grenfell Tower to put an end to plans that would have handed our library over to private interests.
But our diverse community here in North Kensington has a long and proud history
of standing up and resisting the onslaught of developers.
When our friends of the library got together, the whole case looked absolutely hopeless.
And it continued to look hopeless for much of the campaign.
Still, we persisted.
Through the most difficult moments, when losing the library to private interests seemed like a fait accompli, the Friends of North Kensington Library came together.
We were endlessly supported by the many community groups and organisations that make up the network of self-supporting and community-led groups that have been so important to securing the future of public space in this area.
Even when they are in ways we cannot predict, could not hope for, or aren't able to perceive. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Jacob Retty, and I am today going to present to you our pre-event video that we have made, especially for this event, which is honouring Grenfell and telling a little bit of the story of how we got here. So, without further ado, we'll play the video and then hand it over to Toby, who will host today's event. Young people, our future, children and young people.
Everyone, welcome to our final talk in our series of 7 talks over 7 days, all around our spaces. And this afternoon, I'm very, very happy to welcome our final talk as our future, children and young people. With me today, I'm joined by Sharifa from one of our local amazing youth groups, Kids on the Green, and also Miriam from another incredible local organisation who works with young people and families, Solidarity Sports. Hello both. It'd be great if we could start with a short introduction from each of you. If we could start perhaps with Miriam from Solidarity Sports. Welcome to the library, Miriam.
Thank you very much. So my name is Miriam and I work for a small charity we call Solidarity Sports. We've been around for about 12 years now. So 12 years spending every single holiday and Saturdays working and playing with the children. Most of our children are primary school age, so from 5, 6 to 11. But we now have a teenage group, and our panelists have come from the teenage group, and they will speak to you later. So Solidarity Sports was born as an after-school club, and the parents would say, well, what do we do with our children during the holidays? And we'd say, okay, we'll offer some activities. And that's how we actually started. The activities worked very well because we gave the children a lot of attention, and that helped to raise their confidence, which in turn helped to raise achievement at school, self-esteem, and so on. And gradually, over the years, social services became interested in what we were doing and started referring many children to us. And since, we have grown quite a lot. So maybe I'd let the children introduce Solidarity Sports to you with a very short clip from YouTube. Have we got the clip ready? Yeah.
Solidarity Sports, and we are 5 years old. We are like a family with lots of brothers and sisters. We play sport, cook healthy foods, and do art and crafts. We go on amazing trips, like Spain, to explore the Zaragoza. We're very proud of our cookbook, which has fabulous recipes. We play and learn together. We help each other. When someone gets hurt, we look after them. If someone is sad, we make them smile. I feel safe with Solidarity Sports.
One of my earliest memories, I was about 8 years old. I was holding a mic and I was pretending to do a broadcast.
One of my earliest memory with Solidarity Sports is when I made pancetta and spring rolls.
I think the food is really, really nice.
Solidarity Sports had a great impact on our lives. When it started 5 years ago, within the first year, I lost my husband and the boys lost their father. And for us, Solidarity Sports has been like a family. It's taught them about sportsmanship, eating healthy habits. I was the proudest mom when I saw him cooking with Chef One. For him to learn that there and to bring it back home, it's just been wonderful.
I learned how to be a good sportsman, not to moan or cry when I lose.
Arts and craft inspired me to play the guitar because it taught me how to do different things and productive things in my spare time.
When they started attending Solidarity Sport, they made more friends and they become more confident.
At Solidarity Sports, I have learned how to cook amazing meals, do some arts, how to make puppets, new games,
The people
amazing
that
football
live
skills.
around me.
I have made new friends.
And it's been nice to meet the other parents and just share with them and to talk to them and to make new friends, because we've isolated ourselves for a few years.
I used to be indoor all the time. I never mixed out with any other culture.
But Solidarity Sports has, it's helped us to come out, get back into the community.
My role has changed from dropping off my children to helping other children.
They've become like role models now, sharing what they've learned at Solidarity Sports.
An ancient
Being a
clock
volunteer
that
makes me feel I should feel happy. So I
we've
do
had for
like
so
the fact that I
long.
am needed.
It makes me feel like, I'm giving back. I'm being a part of something, like, I'm doing something for like the community, for other people. I'm part of something bigger.
My favorite moment is meeting Gordon Ramsay.
When we went to Google, LJ did a speech. I was really proud, and first experience for us as a family. So yeah, that was special.
You not only teach children about sports, you teach them so many things which they can take forward into adulthood. And I just want to say to Solidarity Sports, thank you very much. Really from the bottom of our hearts. We really thank you for being the second family.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor, a cook. When I grow up, I want to be a teacher, a football player, an engineer, a vet to help animals, a doctor, teacher, or a surgeon because I like gory stuff.
Ray of love, I can't let go. To the sea of saving you. Locust swim I'm just a piece
I think the children have summarized some Solidarity Sports for you much better than I ever could. They're amazing children, so amazing. Some of them have grown up and are actually working for us at the moment as young helpers, as sessional staff, helping the younger ones, helping us to organize sessions in the summer especially. It's just amazing to have them. We're extremely lucky, extremely privileged to have known these families and to be in touch. We actually consider ourselves as an extended family, and when there's an issue, we ring each other, we talk to each other, and the parents are just fantastic. We're very, very lucky to know so many people, and of course the volunteers. We are very lucky to have volunteers who work with us almost 24 hours. When the summer holidays come, there's always something to prepare, always something to do. And there they are, giving up their time, their effort. They're just fantastic people. So Solidarity Sports, a small charity. We work in both central London, and a few children come from other boroughs and travel all the way to us. And especially for today's event, a few children put together a small clip to share with you about our community.
Group of people who encourage you and help you with anything you need. Security, friendship, socialization, support.
The people that live around me.
It's an ancient clock that we've had for so long, and it shows my community because it shows that it's been with us for so long. My tablet, because I can get in touch with the community no matter how far they are, and even if I can't see them in person.
This teddy bear is very big, like my community, and it's very comforting.
I have chosen this object because it reminds me of my local library. Everyone always cares for you. Whatever happens, they're always there to defend you. Trust, security, friendship.
The greenery around the area.
There are books there. It's comfortable. the amount of pollution some people use, the amount of time that we get to do other curricular activities like dance, PE, or music.
More playgrounds.
Tackling racism. Family are a lot like my community. They all encourage me to take a step forward and let me challenge myself to achieve greater things. And all of my family sit all together, and then we can catch up on the whole day on how we are feeling. My family is lovely. I live with my lovely caring mom, my caring grandmother, and my supporting auntie. They are nice and generous. I am on a stage acting and singing. I will be an engineer for computer hardware. I'll be playing football, and I'd probably live in London.
Teaching and be a teacher.
Helping Solidarity Sports with trips.
In Harry Potter world.
Being locked somewhere with spiders. If a really close family member dies. If my mum gets sick. Losing you, Mama. Everything bad that might happen to go away. Like once in my life to try and win like a game and a tournament.
To go to Harry Potter world.
Become a footballer. The head teachers and our teachers nominate certain people who have made significant strides or improvements in their learning, and I was picked in it twice in my whole school year. On the day of the Grenfell Tower fire, after school I went to the church. I gave them all of my money for the people of Grenfell Tower. Being able to play football.
My baby sister.
So those are our children at Solidarity Sports, always ready to play, always ready to chat, full of energy, full of love.
Love it. Love it. That's brilliant. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Solidarity Sports. What a wonderful little couple of little films there. Beautiful. Right. So this is my silliest face. Yeah. How's that? That's not too bad. Can anyone do any better than that? We've got to always try and make a few silly faces. That's what we like to see. So Sharifa, that was all about Solidarity Sports. Now Sharifa, you're here from Kids on the Green. Tell us more. What is Kids on the Green all about? How did that come about?
Up after the Grenfell fire, it was immediate recovery. Well, not just recovery, immediate support for the young people, the children in the area. Primarily, it was set up by study, and it was mainly just a way to respond to just the chaos that was there. And they built a really amazing community to support the young people through art therapy and the circus and so many other activities. You know, there's been quite a lot of events in North Kensington organised by Kids on the Green that many people will be aware of, and it's a pleasure to be here in support, like as a representative of Kids on the Green, because I'm one of the youth workers there, and also I just do a lot of creative writing for the young people at Kids on the Green. But we do have a young person here from Kids on the Green with us today. So if we'd like to introduce Lola, please.
Yeah, fantastic. Please. Hi,
Hey,
Lola.
Lola.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming through. Unfortunately, we had another young person booked as well, but they cancelled last minute. So we really appreciate you being here, Lola. So what we are going to do now is, do you want to say a little bit about Kids on the Green and your relationship to Kids on the Green?
Okay, so about like 4 years ago, or not 3 years ago, I think, when I was in primary school, I would go there like every day, and I think it was quite helpful because I would like sometimes I would be struggling at school or something, and then I could go there and like every day after school with like one of my friends from school, and it would be like you could do homework, or there would be like art, or you could do music, or like you could do anything like that, which I like quite enjoyed.
Amazing. Yeah, thank you. So what we are going to do is, have you got your camera off on purpose, or is that a tech issue?
I can turn it on. I'll turn it on.
If you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. So we just wanted to ask you a few questions between us about like what was the first thing that came to mind when we were talking about like your future in the borough, in North Kensington. What kind of things do you feel like really passionate about, or do you feel that's really important?
So what do you mean?
So if, for example, you do dance or drama or something, so is there anything that you feel like you want to see that maybe in the future, or you want to see something like come into play in the area? That's like what would you like to see?
So I quite like the performing arts, so dance, drama, and like singing and like that kind of stuff.
So would you like to see more opportunities for you?
Yeah, I think it would be quite nice to do like drama groups, where like people could sign up, and then there would be like people could go there like a certain like once a week, and you could there could be like different ages of different groups, and then go there and just like do some work.
Yeah, no, that sounds really good. What other kind of things? What other things, like when you just look around you and you think to yourself, well, you may have seen like change in the last few years, maybe. So what kind of things? Like even maybe, I don't know if you have any connection to the library at all, whether you go there sometimes, or if there's anything that you see, or maybe like the stables used to be open down the road, and what that means, if maybe if you could have access to something like that, what kind of things would you like to see like change, or what other kind of opportunities would you like to see?
Yeah, so there was like the horse riding thing road, and I think I quite like that because obviously it's not like we live in the countryside or anything, so there's not like massive fields everywhere. But I think that's obviously that would be quite not difficult, but like it would be quite cool to have like horse riding like lessons.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
That would be cool. So have you not been on any of the horses yet under the Westway, Lola?
I think I have when I was much younger, because they had it and then they like stopped it, and then they like did it again, but then now it's like gone, so it was quite on and off, so I haven't done it in like about probably like 6 years or something.
Okay, that's a big thing. We need to get these horses back.
Yeah, I'm here to support, and Kids on the Green actually do have an interest in supporting that as well. Just on a side note, but yeah, because equine therapy, horses and therapy is really powerful. I've been spending a lot of time with horses in the last year because my friend's got a stables, and I was in Spain as well, so I spent a lot of time around horses there, and I definitely think the horses being missing from Kensington is an issue. You know, I think that is definitely an issue, especially when there are children that are growing up now, and you actually miss that, and that you recognise it was a resource previously, and at the same time, inner city young people, inner city children, they have exactly what you said, Lola, about the countryside, and people don't live in the countryside. Yeah. So would you to live in North Kensington or older, like as an adult?
Yeah, I think obviously I kind of want to like go to loads of different places and travel and stuff, but I think for like the time being, for the next like 8 years or something, I'm probably gonna like stay here, and then I'll probably go off on like travel or something.
Cool. Have you been on many trips
Okay,
with
but
Kids
say
on
if
the
you were
Green?
like, pardon?
Have you been on many trips with Kids on the Green, or are there any trips that you'd really like to go on with Kids on the Green?
So I've been to a few. That I went to like a slime factory, I think, a while ago. And obviously with COVID, it's quite difficult to go to like loads of different places, because either lots of stuff aren't open, or you're not allowed to, like, there's just quite a lot, so it's quite difficult to me. But I remember there was like a slime factory, and I went to like the cinema once, or no, it was like a theatre or something. So yeah, I've been to a few places with Kids on the Green.
Cool. And is there any way that you'd really like to go when all of this COVID thing starts to kind of slow down a little bit, and maybe they start opening up again, and we can start traveling again? Do you have any kind of dreams of spaces that you'd like to kind of go to, places you'd like to go to with friends, or wherever, anything, with family or whatever?
I quite enjoyed when we went to the theatre, because obviously I like drama and that kind of stuff. So like anything really to do with like performing arts, I really like. And I think even if you're not like, even if you don't do performing arts like a lot, I think most people will enjoy that, even if it's not like something that you're dedicated to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. So what do you like the most about your local area?
I think that they have quite a lot of stuff like going on. Like there's like you can do quite a lot, and everyone knows everyone, if that makes sense. So like it's one big community. So if you go out in the street, or if you go to like Portobello, most of the time you're going to see someone that you know. And I quite like how everyone sort of like knows everyone, even if they don't, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, definitely. Yeah, I was walking on Portobello the other day and I saw Jacob. So yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, no, thank you, Lola. Yeah, so it's mainly even just like, what does community mean to you?
Yeah, like obviously I've like grown up here, so it means quite a lot to me, and yeah.
It sounds like what you're saying about the community being a place where there's lots of faces and places that you recognize. So even if you don't know people's names, you might not know someone's name, but you recognize their face. You might recognize the people on the market stalls, or in the shops, or people who maybe they catch the same bus every day, and you recognize them. And being in a community is great, because I guess you might get to know those people, at one point over time. You might always end up, saying hello, or you might end up doing an activity somewhere and you actually see that same person,
Yeah.
That's what's good. But that sounds really excellent. All of these sorts of theatrical things that you're into. I know that Kids on the Green have done a lot of things around circus performing and all of these sorts of things. And of course, there's a theatre, a couple of theatres in the local area. I think there's the Bush Theatre, there's the Playground Theatre. So it sounds like, yeah, you could make some really good connections, Lola, with Kids on the Green, and you know, really, yeah, get onto the stage.
Yeah.
And definitely just asking people as well what you want more of. So even now you're suggesting like theatre and all the rest of it. So even telling Kids on the Green or any youth workers that you work with, of course, I can relay this back, but I'm saying the people that you work with more closely, you know, just this is what I would really like post lockdown, and start planning for stuff like this, going to a theatre show or something. That would be really good. So yeah, just be vocal with what your needs are, because the organisation, you know, Kids on the Green, they're there to meet your needs. So yeah, definitely. If you had one wish, like, what would it be?
What do you mean, like genuinely, or?
Yeah, just for something to like come true.
So can it be like completely random?
Yeah, completely random.
This is quite like random, but probably to like do well with all my school subjects and then travel the world with my best friend. But obviously that's quite like a big thing to say. So that would probably be my like biggest wish. And then to become an actor, but obviously we're just gonna have to.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's people in Kids on the Green as well that support a lot of young people to get into. Oh my god, it's gone off the top of my head. What's that place that actors go to?
There's a few places. There's Brit School.
Yeah,
there's
one.
Is it RADA?
Yeah.
Is RADA another one, or is that dance, or is that dance school?
I think that's dance and contemporary something.
And then there's Rambert. Rambert's the dance school in Chiswick. There's quite a few.
Yeah. But with the Brit School, I know Kids on the Green have supported some people to get in there, so definitely something good to ask about.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it has like a sibling thing. My brother goes to Brit School, so I don't know if that like helps or anything, but
possibly,
yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Maureen, would you like to ask Lola anything?
I'm so impressed by Lola's answers. It's amazing. Lots of dreams come true there, lots of things. And well done, Kids on the Green. I'm very impressed with everything you're doing. Fantastic. I think our paths have crossed once or twice. But Lola, can you tell me do you remember the first day, the first time you walked into Kids on the Greens, how you felt?
Yeah, so I think I probably was just like on the way from school, and I can't remember if it was like a thing or I think it was just like I just walked in because like obviously my mum's quite like she knows a lot of stuff about the community and stuff, and I think someone had messaged her saying, why didn't you like go down and see? So we kind of just had a look around, and I think my brother came as well, and he's really into like music and stuff, so he was quite interested with the studio, and then I think he's been going there for like a while, and I think that's really helped him as well, because he now he has like music stuff on Spotify, and probably without like Kids on the Green he probably like wouldn't be as far as he is, because of all the opportunities they've given him and stuff like that. But like when I first walked in, it was quite like I was quite like excited almost, because I live quite close to it, like right next to it. So I was quite excited that there was somewhere like right outside my house where I could go and do all these clubs and like things like that.
Was the place you felt particularly safe?
Yeah.
That's great. That was
kind of make sure that everyone's in the room and no one's not received a link or anything.
Message to everybody on the live stream. Apologies for that. We just had an internet outage. We're now live on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube again. Apologies to everybody out there on the internet. You're here with our future children and young people, our Library Save Saturday. I'll hand you back to our host with the most, Toby. Take it away, Toby. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Okay. Oh yeah, thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, internet, technology. You know, I mean, it's always going to let you down at some point. But what is not going to let you down is the people around you, the community, and of course, young people who are always here to put a smile on our faces and to give us hope and give us all sorts of ideas. Before the unintended break, we were hearing from Lola and her experiences around Kids on the Green. And that was fantastic to hear all of those things around going to the theatre, starting to engage with acting and performance. Obviously the thoughts around the horses and, you know, the need to get the horses back onto the land. And that's really what these spaces are all about. That's exactly what these spaces are all about. They're spaces where young people can really start to explore kind of what you want to do, really. Because you've got people like Sharifa, like Miriam, you know, all of the different people, the volunteers and the staff who exist there to really support you and your ideas and things that you want to begin to explore in your life and the things that you want to do. And that's one of the things I've always found so amazing about the youth spaces, youth clubs, etc., different groups in North Kensington. I spent a little bit of time myself at Rugby, Portobello, also at Avenues, just over the Harrow Road. And it's an amazing space just to be able to really explore all of these things. So looking forward to hearing some more ideas and more kind of hopes and dreams from all you guys today. Sharifa, Miriam, introduce us to some of your incredible young people and let's hear, you've had enough of me now, over to you guys.
Okay, shall we take it?
Go on, Miriam, you go first.
Okay, so I'll introduce you to the very first one. This is Rania. Okay, Rania's been in Solidarity Sports since she was about 5 or 6 years old. So many, many years in Solidarity Sports. And Rania, can you tell us a little bit about your memories and what are you doing now and what you'd like to do in the future?
Yeah, so I started off, I remember I used to go Westway. And me, I love football, so we used to play football. And I was really active, so I wouldn't stop. And then I used to play all the time, and I would have so much fun. And then now, as Solidarity Sports like grew and grew, I created like lots of memories. Like one memory I'll never forget is when we went Wales. It was very fun. And now with the teenage group, because we do like lots of activities too, like different activities, not only like going, like we do music and arts and crafts and lots of other stuff and go on residentials. Yeah.
Thank you, Rania. Thank you. I think our residentials are very successful. We've been to quite a few places. In Wales, we've been to Michael Mopogo's farm. I don't know if anybody's been on the farm there. He's just an amazing author and has these farms where groups of children can go and milk cows and clean the pigs and lots of fun experiences. Would Sophia like to introduce herself and say something about you?
Hi, I'm Sophia.
Oh, you're on mute, I think. Okay.
Hi, I'm Sophia. See, this is all
Shall I mute mine? Do I mute mine?
We should put a warning out about the flickering.
Hi, my name's Sophia, and technology likes to fail me.
Yeah, all of us go through that.
I'm part of Solidarity Sports, and my favorite thing about Solidarity Sports is the community. And whenever I come to one of their trips or one of their
Still got the feedback.
Yeah, you speak. Are you sure? Yeah. I just
my favorite thing about Solidarity Sports is the community. Whenever I come to whenever I come to Solidarity Sports, I feel like everyone there is my friend, and whenever I have something to say, someone is always there to listen to me. And I realize that sometimes in school I don't always get the opportunity to express myself because school is built to not let kids express themselves. But in Solidarity Sports, they give you so much freedom to be yourself. And whenever I come here, I just feel like I'm at home. This is like a second home to me. And whenever I'm told that there is a Solidarity Sports trip coming up, I always get really, really excited. I always look forward to the weekends. I always look forward to half terms because I love Solidarity Sports. They're always so creative and they always make everything fun. So even in this nasty Corona time, Solidarity Sports still have found a way to be together. For example, I remember last year in March, there was a buddy system where each child got paired with a volunteer, and we met up on things like Zoom or WhatsApp, and we just got to talk. And even though last year March was very, very difficult for me, I believe that Solidarity Sports made it so much easier. And for me, I believe that their system and the way they do things and the way they support children is really, really helpful. And I don't know where I'd be without them. So I'm very, very grateful for Solidarity Sports. And yeah.
Thank
you very much. And we have one more young person from Solidarity Sports, and her name is Lina. Lina, would you like to talk a little bit about yourself?
So I started Solidarity Sports at a young age as well, and I grew with the charity. So I started off as a participant, and now I'm a volunteer. And I really enjoy the charity because it gives you a sense of community, like everyone's together. You can never be alone. And so I started when it was still like a new charity, and we all kind of made friends quickly and bonded really, really quickly. The volunteers were very welcoming, and it was just sort of like we became like a family really quickly. And now now I'm a volunteer, and I come over the holidays and volunteer with them. And it's just nice to see the children grow with the charity, because it makes me think that I was one of them, and how like I know how they feel, and I can sort of relate to them and how it feels to grow as a like in the charity. And I also went on many residentials and trips with them. And I went to PGL in Wales, and both those trips, I didn't really know a lot of people when I went on them, but I shared rooms with people and stuff like that. And we sort of became so close and built such a strong friendship that is irreplaceable.
Thank you
very much, Lina. Lovely introduction there. Would you like to introduce the children from Kids of the Green, and then maybe we could have a chat about the future and the community we live in?
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to say, I don't know if Nick can hear us right now, but yeah, Nick, Kids on the Green have asked for some screenshots or some kind of something to keep a record of this afternoon. But yeah, if you could just take some photos of us.
Are you asking me to take screenshots now, yeah?
Yeah, just...
Of course.
Like, I don't know, just throughout, just to document it.
Well, it is all on YouTube, and it is on Facebook and Twitter. They can grab it on there, but I'll get some photos as well. Cool.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so Lola, thank you so much for being a part of the session earlier. You're more than welcome to stay because you've got so many interesting things to say. If you've not got anything planned for the next hour, feel free to stay. Yeah. Yeah, so I'd like to introduce, is Coco in the room yet? Hi, Coco. Hey. Yeah. So I'd like to introduce Coco. Coco, just say a little bit about yourself, Kids on the Green, like you in relation to Kids on the Green, what kind of activities you do or anything. Okay, one moment. Lola, thank you so much. You can thank you for staying with us, and we really appreciate your everything you had to say. Yeah, and hopefully we see you again soon, and we'll try and get a conversation going about the stables or something. But yeah, I'll pass on everything that you said. But yeah. Okay, so Coco, would you Coco, would you like to introduce yourself, please? I can't hear you. Unmute your mic. Say something.
Did you test your microphone, Coco, before you came on, by any chance? Can you test it? I don't think your microphone's working. If you click on the microphone icon and you can go to test speaker and microphone, bottom left-hand corner.
There we go.
Oh dear.
That's fine. If she's left, oh no, she's here. Yeah, Coco, can you, even if you leave maybe and then come back on, then it will give you the testing option as soon as you sign in.
Are you able to test, Coco? Can you see the test option? Can you hear us? Put your thumb up if you can hear us.
Yeah, she can hear us. She can hear us.
50%
She's
there.
responding to us via the text box.
Oh, is she? Cool.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go and come back. All right then. So Musa, if you'd like to go first, please.
Yeah, sure. I'm Musa. I play guitar. I go Kensington Aldridge, doing A levels, 6-1, and yeah, Oh, I go KOTG, Studio 13. I've not going too long. I've been there like a handful of times since like October-ish, and yeah, they've been really cool. Yeah.
Amazing. Thanks, Musa. Jay, would you like to go next?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
My name is Jay. I started coming to KOTG when it started, I believe when it opened in the actual Studio 13. Like before it was in the crate. And I'm a music producer now, and I only really started getting into music because of KOTG, because of the studio sessions they provided. And some of the members there were really inspiring, I would say, and motivating to kind of give me a purpose in life, I believe. But yeah, I go also Morley College, just up on Goulburn, studying music production.
Amazing. Thank you. Is Malachi back, or did Malachi not come back? One moment. Yeah, Malachi was here and we've lost him. Okay, that's cool. So Faye, would you like to introduce yourself, please? If you'd like to turn your mic on.
Who on
He's back now.
Sharifa, are you on Zoom?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm going to go to the Zoom then because I was on the video call right.
Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you put a hand up if you can hear me, please? You can. Okay. You don't realize I've just had all my power went and all the internet went as well that time. Is Toby back, or is that a stiff figure of Toby? I'm really sorry. We've got power and internet problems here today. It's a nightmare. So hands up if you can hear me in Zoom, please. Just put your hand up so I can see you all. Yeah, I don't need two fingers, Joe. I'm only joking. That's good. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Right, we'll get Toby back on. Sorry, Miriam. Oh.
Rania, come back.
Sharifa, do you want to come back in on that Zoom, that vMix link, or do you want to? Sharifa, do you want to come back in on the V-Link call you've got? Of me? Well, you're getting max volume sent at the moment. Hold on a second. Let me just see what's going on with this internet. I'm just going to see if I'm on Wi-Fi at the moment with a 4G. I'm going to see if I can get back on the line and see if BT went down. Hang on.
Yes, we are back. Thank you very much. Brilliant. We are fighting back. We are never giving up. We stand strong. We stand over. It doesn't matter. Crap. Inches enough to stop us. Let's get back to it.
Can you hear us, Toby? The problem we've got is my internet went down and I'm waiting for it to come back up. So now on a temporary mobile connection. One thing I would say is that the internet signal's bad north of the Harrow Road, but it's not as bad as it is south. Has everybody turned their cameras off deliberately? Can you all just hold just 1 second, please, until I get the internet, I get the live stream going again. Just check it is live. Stand by. Okay, we're live.
Great.
Welcome
back.
If that happens again, can you come out of vCall connections and just stand by in Zoom, please? Zoom will automatically reconnect. Sorry, guys. Carry on.
Yeah. Good to be back. We're dealing with all sorts of technical issues today. This afternoon, we've got power cuts and power crashes. We've got the works. We're fighting through. We're battling through, as this community does. So let's go. Let's go. So some questions for this incredible Zoom room of talent and energy above me. I'd like to ask a question. Things in some of the videos, what some of you have said so far about your ambitions for the future. I've heard young people so far this afternoon talk about becoming teachers, becoming engineers, becoming professional sports people. I'd like to hear from you. What are your ambitions for the future? What would you like to hear? What are your dreams out there? Let's start at the top here, and let's move from there. So send me some ideas, your thoughts. What are you aiming to be? And let's say like in 10 years, what are you going to be? Mhm. Excellent. That is such a good answer. Absolutely hear you on that one. It's not about the games, is it? It's about who's making them and how you're making them, surely. Brilliant. Brilliant. All right. So we're starting off with games development, but not just games development, but games development that does real good for the world. That's a pretty incredible ambition. So yeah, 10 years time. That's brilliant. Great start. Next up, who's next? I've got Musa on the screen. Musa, come at me with your dreams. Come at me. What's your ambitions for the next 5-10 years? Cool. You'd like to go away? Would you travel somewhere? for university? Hmm. Okay, secure. Excellent. Well, yeah, I think that's a good few different options there. Good to all about. That's great. Your mind open and your path will show its way. Who's up next? Who's got some ideas? What's going to happen in the next kind of like 5-10 years? Ideas, things you'd like to be. Set a dream now. Set a dream. This is the time. Set yourself a dream. I reckon in 5-10 years you'll get there. State it now. Make it real. Fantastic. So could I ask you a question follow on from that? So you mentioned like the Hong Kong scene and the Hong Kong film and the way it really captured the time. Is that something that you would like to do like for where you live now? Is it something that you see working for North Kensington? Yeah. Brilliant. A quick follow-up question on that one for you, Jai, which is about you talk about progress. You talk about being happy with your progress. How do you measure your progress? How do you keep an eye on your progress? Is there anything that you do to kind of help you with that? Yeah. You kind of keep an eye on your- That's beautiful. Mhm. Rania.
I know where you live, Jacob.
Yeah. And it could be any library, because you know there's quite a few libraries around. The Shepherd's Bush Library, there's Central Library, there's Kensal Library, Queen's Park Library, as well as North Kensington Library. So just general, you know, West London libraries. What do you want them for? What's the point? What do we need them for? What do you need? That's a great response. That's very interesting. So if the library could like maybe target some of its books towards those older students, maybe borrow some for a particular period or something for them to borrow. That is a genius idea. Yeah, excellent. Any other thoughts on that? Great idea. Joy. I am here. I am here. I'm a little bit glitchy, probably. Wonderful. Wonderful way to end the event. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Yeah, all good. Fantastic. Regardless of the technical hitches, the technical breakdowns, the power cuts, etc., etc., we're here, and it's been really wonderful sharing space with you all today. You've given a lot of energy and a lot of positivity and inspiration to myself and everyone watching this afternoon. So yeah, just sending like a lot of good power, good energy, and good love to all of you. And I'm sure that you'll be following those dreams that you mentioned earlier, without a doubt. It seems that you're seeing them very clearly, all of you, whether they're established places and spaces you want to go, or the intentions that you have to work, and the intentions that you have to support your community and support each other. So yeah, really bless all of you. Stay good, and look forward to working with you again in the future. Yes. Thank you all. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Solidarity Sports. Thank you, Sharifa. Thank you, Kids on the Green. Reminding us all once again that we've got an incredible set of people out here in West London, keeping it real, making things happen. Thank you all for holding tight and being patient with our technical hitches this afternoon. No doubt we'll be able to edit that down into something that flows a little bit easier for everyone, and then we can share that with families and friends of those young people, and look forward to our events, of course, later in the year in October. So yeah, cool. Well done, Sharifa. Yeah, it was good. It was very good. It was lovely just to hear all of the ideas and just the clarity of the visions and the paths that they want to take. It just gives a lot of hope that people are they're thinking right, and they got good intention. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you email them through to us, myself, Isis, and Jacob, and we'll be taking things forward and seeing how we can grow this thing for later in the year. October obviously is the real time where we usually do these events. So we can now begin to plan for a really nice event in October where we can have the online side, but we can also hopefully have the real life side as well, and we can kind of bring those two together and create something really nice for the community. So, but I think a lot of the things that we've heard, I just think are going to be really important to feed back to people and to feed back to the council, feed back to different organisations, because we've heard so much this week. We really have heard so much. It hasn't just been just kind of meaningless chat. It hasn't been meaningless talk by any means. It's been really powerful stuff. So yeah, looking forward to feeding it all back. No, he's right here. Jeez. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I can drop you guys an email and put you in touch. Yeah. Nice. All right. Great to see you. Have a great day. Nice one. Take care. Bye. Right, that's it. That's the last of our series, our spaces, our community, our people, our West London, our library, our future. So that's really all from me, over and out. We look forward to seeing everyone in October, where we'll celebrate the library's birthday and hopefully do a bit more of this, bringing people together in our spaces, around our spaces, to celebrate our spaces. Bless her.